the national anthem, whenever it is being played, and if you are the reason for it, then it just gives a different level of happiness, and also it is very emotional.
I think of all the countries that participated in the Thomas Cup, the Indian team wanted to win it really, really badly.
I could see a lot of top players on the podium. And to just see our flag being in the center was something which I never thought would happen, but it actually happened.
I don't think there was anything to say. It wasn't even like just, throwing your papers up and, shouting. It was just so unbelievable that it actually happened that you're like frozen in time, for those few milliseconds.
This is the best badminton moment, and in my 30 years of coaching. And after I retired in '92, 30 years later, we're winning Thomas Cup.
It's like a 1983 moment for Indian badminton. What 1983 Cricket World Cup did for India, I hope 2022 Thomas Cup does it for Indian badminton.
Saying itself is getting goosebumps inside.
I was trying my very best not to cry because that is one feeling which you can't buy.
Right now I would rate Thomas Cup as the biggest win for me.
So far it's one of the best memories of my life.
And India have created history. The sixth different country to win the Thomas Cup, and they've done it in style.
We've just got the title home, but the understanding of how huge this event is, I think we need to bring that home.
We never expected that the Indian team, not only my son, Indian team will just we prayed that they secured a medal. That's all.
Please welcome to my list. So they were exactly there in the Tirupati, so in the temple itself, inside. I told her we are leaving to the stadium, then she messaged we are going inside. So we'll be praying from inside. Then after the match she came out, then I called her. They don't know what's going on, so by the time they came out, they saw Srikanth Bhaiya is playing. So they were pretty confident that Srikanth Bhaiya can win, so they were pretty much happy.
मेरे से बिल्कुल नहीं देखा जा रहा था, मैंने कहा पता नहीं क्या करेगा आज ये। फिर ये जीता तो हमको उस समय लगा कि हम थॉमस कप जीत गए।
I did not watch the entire game because I was around.
बहुत ज़्यादा लोग मुबारकबादी देने लगे, अरे आपका बेटा तो बहुत अच्छा है, थॉमस कप जी 73 इयर्स के बाद बहुत बड़ी बात है।
I like meeting Prime Minister and Prime Minister taking his individual name, Chirag, that he knows him regularly. That are the big moments which any parents would like to have.
Happy moments.
Yeah.
After the match, because everyone was celebrating, she asked me, have you had food? I said no, I didn't. She was like, just go and eat food.
Like I just pray, I think he should focus on his health, he doesn't eat properly, that is the concern.
That's the only thing she'll ask. Even if I win, I lose, the only thing she'll ask, did you come back to room, did you eat? Even after a final, after a first one, it doesn't matter to her.
This I think it's biryani.
Yeah.
She's making biryani. So whenever I go to Hyderabad, she makes biryani.
Give him a dabba.
Hold the gun! High set! Hold the gun! High set!
Okay, so this is Dhruv, as you all know, is my doubles partner. But what you all don't know is
Dhruv, Matthias calls him Barrymore, the actress Drew Barrymore. So Drew, so he calls him Barry.
I was calling Shrikant Bhaiya Dhoni. He likes Dhoni. So when he was playing final, I called him. Dhoni finished off. Then he got 4 points in a row. Then everyone is like shocked. I'm kidding. Yeah.
That everybody calls him Kitty.
Used to rag that Vishnu. Amberpet. We have some pet names for everyone.
Amberpet is the place where he stays. Yeah.
HS has always been there. HSP is something which probably came out in Thomas Cup, I would say.
We all call him Pranoy Bhaiya or Pranoy Cheta, I call him. So that's a little too long. So when he's playing, we came up with something short so that we could repeatedly chant it.
Satvik, I don't know. I think he's cool as ice. He never speaks anything which is not important.
Chirag Shetty, a lot of credit to take the pain, and just at some point we were feeling okay, now it's not really important to be together as a group all the time. But even when someone was like, okay, I'm not coming, he'll go up to his room and then call him for a meeting, call this guy, call him, call this guy. I was with the group all the time, and I was the one going and knocking to the room.
And then Priyanshu was like the best dancer in the team.
We didn't really have conversations regarding badminton. We used to have general conversations. What have you been watching lately? Which girls are you stalking on Instagram?
We were having our own individual songs for our entrance. So Chirag and Satvik, I think, had a KGF song, the BGM of it.
It was everybody is a gangster till they see the monster. And
then I think they put some Chennai Super Kings song for me. And then Chirag put another kind of a sad song for Krishna Prasad and Vishnu.
Actually, start from. I'm not really sure, but probably the day when I created the group.
Most of them are football fans. So they made a group saying it's coming home.
Then later on it changed to World Champions. So yeah.
And then also I think an angry emoji or something.
The anger was just to win, like to prove ourselves that we can achieve it.
I wanted it to be a fun tournament, but even more important, I felt we had to be serious this one time.
According to all these statistics, we haven't really done that well in the team events.
Whenever we go to a team event, we don't know how to react, because we have always played individual tournaments, and suddenly when it comes to a team event, you have to forget a lot of things. You can't be selfish anymore.
Shrikant Bhai and Pranay Bhai was having talk. They were saying, this is the chance. Abhi kuch karna hai bhai. Whatever happened, it's happened. Maybe it might be my last tournament, whatever, lost Thomas Cup tournament, whatever, but I want to do well if I get opportunity. That fight they have.
सब सीनियर्स भी बहुत सोच के रखे थे कि हमारे पास ये टीम है कि हम ये बार जीत सकते हैं, क्योंकि पहले कभी ऐसा टीम नहीं था. तो बस सबके दिमाग में यही था कि इस बार हम थॉमस कप जीत के ही जाएंगे कैसे भी करके.
And the first message is that let's bring it home or something like that.
But there is a lot of things in the group that I can't share it, otherwise a lot of secrets will come out, but mostly some dinner plan or some other plan.
Yeah, I would say first WhatsApp, and then I would say the first dinner which we went here, which was very informal, and we said, "Chalo yaar jayenge" types. And they were like, "हाँ चलो जाएंगे," because there was no intent for that dinner. But it was very important. That first dinner was very important, where we even texted Lakshya that we kind of miss him.
The team meetings that we had were in between us. No coaches, no physios, nobody. It was just the players, so that even the juniors will have a little more freedom to express themselves. We said that all 10 players are important. Anyone can play. Anything can happen. An injury can happen at any moment. You might have to play a final directly. The thing that I like about the other 8 players is that they agreed that me and Pranay are the seniors, and they are ready to listen to us, and they are also ready to express themselves. They are ready to, if something is bothering them, they are ready to tell it.
How you develop that winning attitude and how much transparency is there in the conversation is what I feel as an individual, which makes the team event very tricky. Because there are a lot of times, or there were a lot of times where we had very good team, men's team, but we couldn't go far, or we couldn't go deep into a Thomas Cup. Probably last year also we had a decent team out there, we had few good singles players, but it's really important that all the players fire at the same time also.
Last time in Denmark when the Thomas Cup happened, there was a lot of controversy in the selection procedures, and the players were also not really focused and coming through after COVID, coming through injury phases. But here, when you look back, in December the World Championships turned things around for Indian badminton. Because Srikanth getting to the finals and Lakshya getting to the semi-finals, and then that year in finals, if you look at it, Pranoy, he could beat Victor Axelsen.
And indeed the match, major upset with the Olympic champion being defeated by Pranoy.
These sort of wins, gave them that extra push.
I think there are multiple things. If I were to break down each of them, I think for the first time Srikanth was down in the rankings below another Indian. I think that was important for him. Pranoy was picked in the team ahead of Sai, and then people were questioning that selection as well.
Match won by Pranoy HS.
Satvik and Chirag, and doubles in particular, in some sense, were always looked at as you don't deliver kind of people. So Satvik and Chirag wanted to deliver. Laksh was there. He was young. He wanted to show that he can pull through. So each one present in the team had a purpose.
The communication was very, very crystal clear this time. There was no issues, I would say. There were issues, but I felt as players, as individuals, I thought everybody was matured enough to understand the situation and take that role whenever it was needed. So I think that was the biggest difference this time, and probably last time we didn't have that because, I don't know, because I was not a part of that Thomas Cup squad.
When we sat for discussion for the selection committee meeting, then we had another lengthy discussions on who we select as the third singles player. But then we were very clear about Pranoy. Then they said, no, we have to take this up, how we can select Pranoy. Lakshya and Srikanth, at least they are in the top 20. We sent a message to the BI president specifically requesting we should consider this because he is the one player who has a chance of delivering and has good results over higher ranked players. Eventually that's the key. But within an hour we got the confirmation. So.
Team selection is always very tricky because it really depends on what the selection committee is looking at. So having that bench strength, having the good performances, having informed players, I think is very important. They found the right way to do it through the trials. They made it as transparent as possible. The matches were live streamed, so everything was done according to a plan. At the end of the day, once the team is selected, it's really up to the players to come out and perform. And they did. And I think the selection committee also should, get a lot of credit for that because eventually, the team selection was fantastic.
I feel this was the perfect team this time. Usually every time either doubles were lacking, India was lacking in doubles, and our singles, all three singles were not of the same standard. First used to be strong, second used to be strong, third and fourth, there used to be some gap between them. So this time almost three were in a good form and almost the same level.
Then we had doubles, right? Satvik and Chirag. I think this is the first time in my memory that a men's doubles pair or any doubles pair has been ranked higher than the singles players in a particular team event.
Me and Satvik were playing really good with winning the India Open and also playing well at the All England and the Korea Open and the Asian Team Championship. Like even Dhruv Arjun for that matter, we've never had a strong second doubles pair.
Fantastic save, another one. And a third one, amazing rally, but in the end.
So I think overall the team this time was really good.
Actually, we didn't have that pressure also, because no one was expecting a lot from Indian team. Everyone knew we were strong, but no one was expecting that we'll win it. So that's the reason maybe even the players didn't have that much of pressure. So they enjoyed a lot.